Travel along, Catholic pilgrims, for 1 year as we read through St. Faustina's diary. Join me, Amy Thomas, each day for a short reading out of the diary which brought us a deeper understanding of Christ's divine mercy. Hey, Catholic pilgrims! It's day 76 of our readings from St. Faustina's diary, and today we are reading some great stuff from Christ. We are going to find out the meaning of the rays that issue forth from Christ's body, his heart area, in the painting of the Divine Mercy. And we have a lot to read today. To keep the flow of what she's saying, we're going to be reading a lot. And so there's not going to be a ton of time to talk on the other end because I try to keep these short. I know today will be longer, but we've got some really, really good stuff, words from Christ, and we're going to be talking about one of the major things of the Divine Mercy, which is the two rays that issue from Christ, and I think we're going to get a lot out of this, so I won't have a lot of time to say much on the other end. So we're going to be reading from Notebook 1, Numbers 294 through 301. Once the Lord said to me, "Act like a beggar who does not back away when he gets more alms than he asked for, but offers thanks the more fervently. You too should not back away and say that you are not worthy of receiving greater graces when I give them to you. I know you are unworthy, but rejoice all the more and take as many treasures from my heart as you can carry, for then you will please me more. And I will tell you one more thing. Take these graces not only for yourself, but also for others. That is, encourage the souls with whom you come in contact to trust in my infinite mercy. Oh, how I love those souls who have complete confidence in me. I will do everything for them." At that moment, Jesus asked me, "My child, how is your retreat going?" I answered, "But Jesus, you know how it is going." "Yes, I know, but I want to hear it from your own lips and from your heart." "Oh, my Master, when you are leading me, everything goes smoothly, and I ask you, Lord, to never leave my side." And Jesus said, "Yes, I will be with you always, if you always remain a little child and fear nothing. As I was your beginning here, so I will also be your end. Do not rely on creatures, even in the smallest things, because this displeases me. I want to be alone in your soul. I will give light and strength to your soul, and you will learn from my representative that I am in you, and your uncertainty will vanish like mist before the rays of the sun. Oh, Supreme Good, I want to love you as no one on earth has ever loved you before. I want to adore you with every moment of my life and unite my will closely to your holy will. My life is not drab or monotonous, but it is varied like a garden of fragrant flowers, so that I don't know which flower to pick first, the lily of suffering or the rose of love of neighbor or the violet of humility. I will not enumerate these treasures in which my everyday abounds. It is a great thing to know how to make use of the present moment. Jesus, Supreme Light, grant me the grace of knowing myself and pierce my dark soul with your light and fill the abyss of my soul with your own self. For you alone, O my Jesus, the life, the way, and the truth, I beg you to keep me close to you as a mother holds a baby to her bosom, for I am not only a helpless child, but an accumulation of misery and nothingness. The Mystery of the Soul, Vilnius, 1934. When on one occasion my confessor told me to ask the Lord Jesus the meaning of the two rays in the image, I answered, "Very well, I will ask the Lord." During prayer, I heard these words within me. The two rays denote blood and water. The pale ray stands for the water, which makes souls righteous. The red ray stands for the blood, which is the life of souls. These two rays issued forth from the very depths of my tender mercy when my agonized heart was opened by a lance on the cross. These rays shield souls from the wrath of my Father. Happy is the one who will dwell in their shelter, for the just hand of God shall not lay hold of him. I desire that the first Sunday after Easter be the feast of mercy. Ask of my faithful servant, Father Sapotsko, that on this day he tell the whole world of my great mercy, that whoever approaches the font of life on this day will be granted complete remission of sins and punishment. Mankind will not have peace until it turns with trust to my mercy. Oh, how much I am hurt by a soul's distrust. Such a soul professes that I am holy and just, but does not believe that I am mercy, and does not trust in my goodness. Even the devils glorify my justice, but do not believe in my goodness. My heart rejoices in this title of mercy. Proclaim that mercy is the greatest attribute of God. All the works of my hands are crowned with mercy. Ah, so good. So good. Man, what a great gift Sister Faustina had to be able to hear Christ, his words and to speak with him on such an intimate level. And gosh, so thankful she wrote all this down for us. So I know that was a longer reading, but what I wanted to focus on is as I was reading through this, every step of the way was examples of how we can love God more. Starting at the very beginning, just let him love you. Let him love you. If you are given graces, don't try to deny them. Don't try to say, oh, I'm unworthy. Oh, I don't deserve this. Just let him give them to you. Because with those graces, you are going to be able to do great and wonderful things. You are going to be able to do his will better. The next thing that I would say is he talks about not relying on creatures. So often we look to other people to save us constantly. And I'm not saying we can't rely on other people, for, help. Like we can't rely on doctors or nurses or our spouse or, people like that. We have to rely on each other, but not to save us. So often we talk about, how somebody came and saved our lives, or we're looking for a politician to save our country or save us from ourselves or something like that. No, we have to look to Christ, and we will love him more when we look to him. And she talks about it. I want to love you as no one on earth has loved you before. I want to adore you. And she goes on to talk about how she can do this is by picking virtues, and she describes them as flowers, picking the violet of humility, or picking the rose of love of neighbor, or picking the lily of suffering. If we work on the virtues and trying to practice them and live them out in our lives, we will love God more. We will love our spouses more. We will love our children more. We will love our friends more. We will love everybody more for love of God when we work to foster the virtues in our lives. Also, the grace of knowing ourselves. We will love Christ more when we look at how we can change and become better. If we never look within inside of ourselves and try to see how we can be better people, and we just think we're good as is, we won't really be loving Christ fully, because we won't be weeding out sins. We won't be weeding out vices. And we'll just think that we're good to go and that we're perfect. But no, we can always be striving to be a little better, to be more Christ-like. So getting to know ourselves better, looking interiorly and seeing what we can work on, where we can welcome Christ in to, root out a lot of those bad things, that will be loving Christ more. And then the next one, keep me close to you. If we stay close to Christ, if we stay close to him, we will be loving him more. Always to go and see him at Mass, to be there at Mass, to visit him in the Blessed Sacrament. This is hard stuff, but finding ways to stay close to Christ shows him how much you love him. Now, if we're trying to foster a relationship with somebody, we have to show up to the relationship. We can't just say it with words. But lastly, what Christ says, the two rays denote blood and water. These rays shield souls from the wrath of my Father, and if you stay in them, if you just stay in his rays, you will be shielded and protected. And the water is baptism. In baptism, we enter into the new covenant of Christ. And baptism makes us righteous and holy and pleasing to God. It washes away original sin. It washes away any actual sin if we're old enough to have committed it. And the blood We get to participate in receiving Christ's body, blood, soul, and divinity in the Eucharist, and it is the life of our soul. If we are not receiving the Eucharist, our souls will die. They will just shrivel up and die. I mean, our physical body may still be walking around, but we need that communion with Christ in order to live, and it helps us to love him more and appreciate what he did from us. So, man, these are great words. There are so many ways that we can love Christ more, and just reading through this, hearing his words, especially there at the end where he's talking about the rays, it's just powerful stuff, and I love it. And it just makes me want to love Christ more. And there are so many ways that we can do that. So I will see you back here for day 77, Catholic Pilgrims. And until then, live the faith boldly and travel well.